Quick disclaimer, these past few days I've had a stuffy nose, so if you hear me like coughing or like just sounding off, then that's the reason as to why I sound off, because I have a stuffy nose and I still do. So anyway, so yeah, wish me the best and to get well soon. But anyways, back to the video. If y'all thought that Liv Morgan was gonna pick Jade Cargil at WrestleMania, then y'all are just stupid. Okay, that's a bit mean. Let me just say that it was pretty obvious that Liv Morgan was gonna choose Stephanie Vaqer instead of Jade Cargil. In this video, I'm just gonna explain why very quickly. This isn't gonna be one of those long videos. This is gonna be a pretty short one. So, the first obvious point is that Jade Cargil barely mentioned Liv Morgan, as she mainly just talked about the chamber, which made it borderline obvious that the winner of the chamber was going to fight Jade instead of Steph. And also Liv had previous interactions with Steph, so that made it just borderline obvious that it was going to be Steph that she chose. Meanwhile, with Liv and Jade, they only had like 2 interactions together beforehand, which isn't that bad, but it wasn't good enough. And also, the rest of Judgement Day, even when Liv was hurt, the rest of Judgement Day was already interacting with Steph, and even had matches with her, which also just made it borderline obvious that it was gonna be Liv that they chose. And plus, too, Liv and Jade have already fought numerous times, with Liv being given Jade her first loss. Which, if that happened again, then that would just be annoying and repetitive, as fans like to see more original stuff rather than just constant repeat after repeat. Despite that, I think that WWE is going to do a repeat, because I think Tiffany Stratton's going to win the chamber tomorrow. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. And also, too, Stephanie has already, and also, that segment with Steph and, Liv, and also, given the fact that after the street fight with Raquel, and Liv holding up her title, it was just left it borderline obvious. And also, let alone just, crap, hang on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. My minds are just still all messed up. You know, I got one new nose and still and all that. So, anyways, I'm just gonna head right back to the video. Again, so it's just a really bad thing, because it just made it so obvious that Liv was gonna choose Steph. And also, it was just very predictable after Liv just won the Rumble in general, because, like, it was, again, Stephanie. This is the main thing. It's not overly complicated or anything like that. It's literally just that Steph was more interesting match. Is it more interesting match with Liv rather than Liv and Jade again? It's just as simple as that. It's not overly complicated or anything like that. It's just that Steph is more interesting than for Liv to fight than Jade. In general, like, it was just pointless that they even wasted time with this. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me on my statements that I made today, or do you disagree? I'd like to hear your opinion in the comments, and I know this was a short video, but again, I'm not really, like, feeling too well, so, yeah. I, again, wish me the best in a speedy recovery, and as always, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces, ooses, yeet. Yeah, don't click off this video yet, because I forgot to mention one more point, that, I forgot I made in the original video, is that, Jade Cargil is just not that, doesn't have that interesting of a title reign so far. Because so far she's literally only had 1 defense, so you would also be, again, this goes back to the interesting process, you would be more interested if Liv Morgan chose Steph, who's been more of a fighting champ, rather than Jade, who's only defended the title once on SmackDown against Jordan Grace. And before that, because that was in January, and meanwhile she won the title in September. Like, literally just a terrible championship reign that no one would want to see a fight with. But I also just wanted to add that final point because I forgot to mention in the video. But now you guys can leave really. I would kind of say so, basically, so because there's basically an outro. There's nothing afterwards, so I'm out. So now I'm out, okay? Now I'm out. Deuces, ooses, yeet.